This is lovely, man. This is lovely. Can you see? Oh. If one should tell you this stuff is in Africa, bro, you definitely say, nah, you're lying. It's the fact. Hello friends and family, it's your boy Destiny. We're back here to bring you this. I want to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers. If today is your first time joining us in this platform, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and leave a comment down below. Well, today we have another interesting video for everybody. The video is again about Ethiopia. You know, people always most times people be like, oh, why do you always talk about Ethiopia? Why do you post more of Ethiopia content and everything? And truth be told is, I'm the kind of person that when I see something good, I have to say it out. You get me? Like, Ethiopia should be like a case study for every other African countries to like, oh wow, this is going on in another country. We have to improve. We have to do something different in our country and those kind of stuff. You get me? It should be like a lesson to every other African country. So when I do stuff like this, it's not just because, oh, okay, you just want to focus on this particular group. No, I love Ethiopians. You get me? I love the country as a whole. And again, the development and the way, see, their culture, everything about them is something I really, really admire. You get me? So the fact that I focus more on Ethiopia is because of the way the country is transforming. It's something I thought was not possible, like for any African country, because I'm from Nigeria. Growing up in a country where a government introduced a particular project, and that project takes years, even up till this stage, they've not completed it. And I'm watching Ethiopia. They started a project like last year, and this year they've completed it, or they started a project like 6 months ago, and in the next it's completed. And it's like, how are they doing this stuff? You get me? So I focus more on this so that every other African country should see this and be like, oh, okay, they have to learn from it. See, I'm not saying you should not steal money. You get me? Right now, I'm talking about every other African leaders, including Nigeria. I'm not saying you shouldn't steal money. If you want to take money, take, no problem, but do something for your people. Ethiopia is developing at a very, very fast rate, man. Seriously. I'm not saying the country is perfect or 100%, but no, bro, they are trying. Like, in terms of infrastructure, bro, everything is different. Everything looks lovely. I went there 4 years back or 3 years back, and the things I'm seeing now, if I should go back, I won't know that country. Like, the country is totally transformed. So today we're going to be checking, it was posted on the official the official page of the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. Tell me, which other African country has a YouTube channel to showcase the development in their country? So it is what it is. So basically, this one is called Visit Ethiopia, the land of origins, thereby promoting the tourism sector and everything. So let's just jump into this video. Let's see what this video is all about. Let's go, let's get it. Welcome to the land of origins.
Ethiopia.
Ooh. The coffee. Buna Tata. Wow. Bro. See, just tell me, who wouldn't want to go to this place, man? Seriously, can you see different tourist attractions and everything, man? It's wild. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Bruh. It's like the kind of stuff every other African country should emulate, man. Seriously. Wow. Woo. Bruh. There's a lot to show. There's a lot to show. Funny enough, this country, another thing I love about Ethiopia is, you know, these days, every other African country, like, we are so fixated on copying the Western cultures and everything. Like, when you hear development and everything, you see big tall buildings and everything, building anyhow, no structure, no architectural structuring and everything. Everything is just building here, building there. You look at, but when it comes to Ethiopia, bruh, they give space for their greens. When I say greens, I'm talking about flowers. I'm talking about like the whole nature. Like the building and nature is basically the same. Like it marries each other. You get me? This is what it's supposed to be like. This is Africa. The type of architecture they use and the type of building style, bro, in Ethiopia is quite different. Like they don't want to copy anybody. They stick to their own tradition. You get me? Like you should see some of their buildings. You will definitely know, oh, this is definitely Africa. Even if you don't know the country it's from, when you see that picture, you'll be like, wow, this is Africa. Have you seen is it the National Defense Center? Have you seen their museum? Have you seen like different, like, bro? And people keep on telling me, he's so focused on Ethiopia. What, bro? People like every other African country, seriously, they need to learn, bro. Y'all need to learn. Like, these people, they are just, it's extraordinary. Learn from them. Don't just copy the white man's culture and just copy everything. You're building a house like a white man. No grains, no flour. How will you have good oxygen? How will you have good air and everything? That's why when you go to Ethiopia, the air is so clean, bro. Do you see? The temperature is, bro, it's lovely. Everything. And seriously, like, there's more to say. There's more to say. There's more to say. Go to a country and be like, oh, okay, you're taking somebody to your country, for example. Like, where will you take the person to? Okay, where should we visit? But when it comes to Ethiopia, where do you want to go to? You want to go to Friendship Park? You want to go to Unity Park? You want to go to... There's a lot of places. There's even a place I went to when I traveled to Ethiopia. It's called 𝐌𝐨𝐭𝐡𝐴, where they have this hot water spring. You get me? My goodness. Definitely, I'll be going back to Ethiopia and I'll be staying for a very long time. It's just fact. But let's keep on going. This is lovely, man. This is lovely. Can you see? Oh. If one should tell you this stuff is in Africa, bro, you definitely say, nah, you're lying. It's the fact. You say, nah, you're lying. But it's the truth. It's in Africa, bro. Can you see? Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Bro, just wow. Just wow. The land of origins, man. Seriously. And it's the fact, man. Seriously. The thing is, I promote Ethiopia a lot because I love that country. So much, bruh. There's a lot to learn from these people. There's a lot to learn from these people. And my kind of person is, when you're talking about the good side, you should definitely talk about the bad side. Nobody is perfect. No country is perfect. When you're talking about the good part of Ethiopia, there are also bad parts of Ethiopia. But the thing is, we as Africans, we are promoting Africa now. You get me? Because there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening. We as Africans, we are promoting Africa. You get me? Like, over the years, when I've traveled a lot and I've heard a lot of crazy stuff that really breaks my heart, man. Seriously, here was like, when you ask people, how do you think Africa look like? Bro, if you hear the stinking stuff that comes out of their mouth, bro, you'll be like, are these people serious? See, even up to this present age, they still believe Africans drive, that we move with bicycles and everything. They don't even believe we have cars in Africa. They don't even believe we have houses in Africa. They believe, and see, the most crazy part of everything is, they don't know that there are different countries in Africa. They believe Africa is just one, like Africa. You get me? So when you say I'm from Ethiopia, I'm from Nigeria, you're like, Africa? And it's so dumb, man, seriously. So when I see this kind of development, seriously, I quickly embrace it. You get me? I quickly embrace it. And I'm not forgetting the fact that there's a lot going on in Ethiopia. You get me? Each country has its own struggles. You get me? But the Ethiopian people, they are so lovely and so well cultured and mannered that I just have to give them my respect. You get me? But the thing is, I pray as this whole development and this whole infrastructural development is going on in Ethiopia, I pray and I hope and I know it will definitely happen. It will also touch different sectors because there are definitely people suffering, you get me? There's a lot going on in Ethiopia, man. So, you get me? We as Africans, we should promote our country because, bro, a lot is going on in every other different countries. But the thing is, these other countries, the Western countries, they don't just push the ugly side of their country to our faces. No, they tell you, oh, the country's like this, the country's like that, the country's like that, the country's like this. You get me? So that is what I'm saying. But notwithstanding, there's a lot of stuff happening in Ethiopia behind closed doors that people really, really need to know. Me saying this now is just to throw more light and again beg the people. I mean, the people in the diaspora, you get me? Because I, as a Nigerian, see, Nigerians, we've grown to this extent that we don't rely on the government for anything anymore. Because see, our governments, they are so see, we hear different stories every day, how they steal money. You hear billions of dollars, you hear trillions and everything, and they steal this money and nothing is done. Like nobody's doing anything about it. So basically the youth of Nigeria are basically the ones doing most of the things. I can't really lie, most of the development you see, blah blah blah, it's mostly the youths. People that have been in the diaspora for a very long time, they come back, they build companies, they employ people in Nigeria. You get me? People that like thereby creating jobs for the people there in their community, taking care of their own. You get me? Because the thing is, why I'm basically pleading on the people of the diaspora is, as this whole infrastructural development is going on in Ethiopia, there are also some people that are going through a lot. There are people that are without shelter in the rural areas. There are people that are without food and everything in the rural areas. You get me? It's like that in every place. Be it America, be it Mexico, be it Australia. It's like that everywhere. There are some people that are going through a lot of hard time. You get me? And also, there's also crisis in some parts of Ethiopia. You get me? But my only prayer is, as the government it's really fixated in this whole development and everything, I pray one day that it also touch those other areas, because the thing is, the citizens are the ones to enjoy this whole infrastructure and everything. So why I'm also pleading to the people of the diaspora is, you know where you're from, you know where you grew up, you know your village, you know everything. See, just one bird can do anything for anybody. You get me? You know the people. You know the people in your area. You know the people around you. You can set up an NGO. You can send money back home to help the people that you know that are going through a lot. It's just a fact. If you have a lot of money, invest in your country. Build set up an infrastructure when it comes to a company or something. Employ your own people. You get me? Thereby creating jobs for people and lifting them above the poverty line. Because see, the thing is, one thing I've come to understand is, when you give somebody money now, the person might just use that money for this particular time. What about tomorrow? What about next tomorrow? What about next week? So if that person is being given a job, if that person is being given an avenue to make his own money, it will definitely help in a very big way. It will definitely help in a very big way. So why I'm pleading to people of diaspora is, if there's anyone that has this, that is wealthy enough, that is okay, you can go back home, start up something, build an infrastructure or a business or something, employ people. Even if it's just 10 people you're employing, you've removed 10 people from the street. Even if it's just 5 people you're employing, you've removed 5 people from the street. That 5 people have families. So them working now will also cater for their families. You get me? That's the Nigeria mindset, and that's what we do. We see, we are so fed up with our government to the extent that we don't even care if there's anything like grants, just like they do in South Africa. They give their citizens grants. Citizens go and borrow money from the government and blah blah blah. There's nothing like that in Nigeria, bro. They might say they have, but there's nothing like that in Nigeria. Nigerians are just workaholic. We're just people that strive for ourselves. We don't care about the government anymore. Most times when they see some development happening, yes, the government, they do something, but the thing is, most of the people in the diaspora, there's one that came back home, build hotels, build infrastructure, schools, businesses, employ people, companies, shopping malls and everything. It's basically the people from outside that are doing this stuff. People from the UK, Nigerians that have been in the UK for a very long time, the US, in Europe, and all the kind of country. They've came back home. They've done something. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy at all, but we should look after our own. Yeah, we should look after our own. The truth is, each government has its own flaws. I can't really say, oh, every government is 100% perfect. Nah, each government has its own flaws. We are all humans. You get me? So, the thing is, it would be really bad to just sit back and watch. If there's anything you can do to help your neighbors, those in need and everything, it will be really welcome. So reach out to your people back at home. If there's anyone you can help. If there's anything you can do for them. Set up an infrastructure. If you have a land somewhere back home in Ethiopia, try and build something. build a school or build a business, employ 5 people, employ 10 people, employ 15 people. You are creating jobs. Those 5 people have families. You get me? Go to the rural areas. You get me? Those people have families. If at least it will go a long way. And for those areas where there are conflicts and everything, you might know people around there that are deeply in need of food, water, and all that kind of stuff. Help them. You get me? Help them. Because, bruh, I can always speak for myself and my brothers and everybody. I can't speak for the government. You get me? Because see, I, for one, I don't talk about politics. I don't. You know why? Because I believe politics is a very dirty game. Seriously. The more you look, the less you see. That's how politics is. You get me? So I don't focus on politics because it has done a lot. Back home in Nigeria, I was basically focused on a little bit of politics and everything, but bruh, I had to just let it go because it was a brutal experience, man. Seriously. So politics, nah, that's not me. So we should focus on us. You get me? Africans, African youth, those in diaspora, those in the country, in the motherland, should focus on us. Let's leave the government aside now. Let's focus on us. Let's build ourselves. It is what it is. For those youths that are interested in politics as well, build yourself up. If you're watching things that you don't like, build yourself up. You get me? Do whatever it is you want to do. Then get to that same political stuff or whatever you want to do. Maybe one day you might run for office and you might just win. It is what it is. So let's be the change we want to see in people. You get me? Because on the long run, the thing is, they need people to govern, right? They need people to lead. But what if all the people, everybody has one voice? If everybody has one voice, if everybody's talking about one particular thing, the government will have to bend to that thing we're talking about. So it is what it is. In Nigeria, there's one thing they did one time about the NSAS. When they were doing this whole protest and everything, people were outside, everybody was angry. Celebrities were busy posting it everywhere and everything. The government were like, wow, this whole stuff is gaining traction and everything. But the whole thing ended badly. But that particular stuff spoke, like, it was everywhere. The awareness was everywhere. And at that point in time, the police and the brutality back then in Nigeria, it reduced to a certain stage. You get me? It reduced to a certain stage because even as at now, it's not like how we used to be before. It's a lot different now. So what am I saying? I'm saying this because Africans really need to come together. We have to act as one voice. It is what it is. When we have 2 voices, 3 voices, our voice will not go anywhere, bro. But when we're talking together in one voice, it will definitely go a long way. So God bless Ethiopia. God bless Nigeria. God bless Africa. That's it. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and leave a comment down below for more videos like this. Until next time, I remember your boy Destiny, and we out.